the value from these geofences comes from the accuracy of what they're related to. And specifically for freight, you can use it to understand when an asset, a truck or a container or something arrived at a location, how long it was there for, and when it left. Three very simple, very basic timestamps, but the accuracy of those are really important. And how we got started was we saw geofencing was a very prolific technology that people were using all over the place. But the geofences that teams were using were very inaccurate, and therefore the whole intent of this technology was starting to decay. The trust in it was decaying, and the whole goal of why it was brought into these teams was it wasn't meeting those expectations. And so, a good example is circular geofences. So they're just a big circle dropped around a distribution center, a port, wherever you want to see, but they're not accurate. And if you think about, there's no single piece of property on Earth, at least I haven't seen one yet, that's a perfect circle. And so therefore there's wasted space in that circle. And we were hearing reports from teams that they were getting these notifications from geofences that like, hey, your trucks arrived on site, but then they'd get these follow-up reports for detention of 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. And they're like, what is going on? And then when they dove into it, they realized some of these circles were so big that they were taking into account rest areas or parking areas. And so back at headquarters, teams were saying they're on site, our geofence says they're on site, but they're there for 8 hours because they're actually parked at the Love's travel stop next door. So we just started to see compounding problems like that around the accuracy of these geofences that teams were using.